Ceremonies across the country are on to honor the brave hearts who lost their lives in Kargil in 1999. Now, it's been 23 years to that day when India, of course, had victory in Kargil. So pictures on your screen, I think these ones are coming from the memorial that's been established. Also, there is going to be a long list of celebrations as well as honors that will be made for our heroes. It was on this day 23 years ago that the Indian Army had recaptured all the Indian posts in Kargil that had been occupied by the Pakistani Army. Since then, July 26, of course, has been observed annually to commemorate the sacrifices that have been made by our soldiers in the war. Now, the war, of course, just took place between May and July of 1999 in Jammu and Kashmir's Kargil district. The conflict was orchestrated by the then Pakistan Army Chief General Pervez Musharraf. All right, we're going to go across to our correspondents on the ground. I think we've got Piyush joining us right now. Piyush, good morning. We've also got our guests this morning. We've got Major General Dhruv Katoj, Group Captain Augustine Vinod, Major General Rajan Kochar, and Colonel Shailendra Singh. Good morning, gentlemen, and thank you very much for joining us on Republic. I'm going to first go across to our correspondent. Piyush is on the ground. Piyush, tell us what's happening around you. And of course, there is going to be a lot in terms of what we see of the honoring of our heroes.
Well, absolutely, Nupu. Good morning to you and to all our guests. Right now, I am at a National War Memorial in National Capital. Right behind me, you can see the preparations are going on for the big day, the celebration of big day. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will be coming here, and before that, you can see the tri-services personnel. They are preparing for the grand event which will take place here. Remember that every year on July 26th, we celebrate Kargil Vijay Diwas, and it was on this very day that India had successfully won the Kargil war and had taken back the control over the higher posts. In fact, there was an operation which was launched by Pakistan to cut off Siachen from rest of India and come on and also force India to talk on its demands on Kashmir. But it was the valor of our armed forces who put their best efforts, and then we took over the control, took back over the higher posts. And we are showing you the live pictures of from National War Memorial, where preparations are underway. This is also the very day when we recount the valor of India's defence forces who fought back bravely from a position which was of disadvantage. And this fight was basically to recapture the territories those were occupied by Pakistan in 1991. From different parts of the country, we are getting the pictures of celebrations of Kargil Vijay Diwas. My colleague Zeenat is also there in Srinagar, who is getting all the details as the celebration of Kargil Diwas is taking place there in Kargil also. So Zeenat, what is happening right now there? Can we see the officers reaching there, and by what time we can expect the program to begin?
Let's see, the program has already begun here in Drass, Kargil. We are reporting from the Drass War Memorial, and while back, Northern Commander Upendra Dwivedi has led the reef along with the Air Force officials, and also the GOC 14 Corps has also been here to pay respects and the tributes to the heroes of Kargil and also the fallen soldiers. As my Vijay Firdos is showing you the visuals from the War Memorial. And let me tell you, it was exactly in May 1999, 56 Mountain Brigade was inducted in Drass to evict Pakistani intruders occupying strategically important heights of Toluling, Tiger Hill, Point 4875 and Mashko Valley. Considering the enormity of intrusions, balance of 8 Mountain Division was also inducted. What followed was a saga of unparalleled courage, valor and sacrifice. A fierce battle was fought by Indian soldiers to smoothen the nefarious designs lines of the enemy in one of the most treacherous terrains on the earth. The enemy was disgracefully evicted by the Indian Army soldiers as well as the Air Force on 2nd of July 1999. And if we talk about the comprehensive action taken by the Indian Army to evict the intruders from the Indian soil was codenamed Operation Vijay. The Kargil sector witnessed bloody battle from May to July 1990. In the early parts of 1999, the Pakistan Army occupied posts and dominating heights which were traditionally unoccupied. The entire incursion was credited to Kashmiri terrorists by Pakistan. However, the lie was exposed by prisoners of war. Identification of documents of the deceased, captured weapons, stores and statements of the Pakistani leadership. The aim of this misadventure was to commence operation from a position of distinct advantage. The infiltration was codenamed Operation Badr. Its aim was being to serve the link between Kashmir and Ladakh as well as force India to withdraw from the Siachen Glacier. They also hoped to force a negotiated settlement of the border Kashmir issue dispute to Pakistan's advantage. But despite whatever Pakistan could plan in these months as far as the Kargil war is concerned, they were disgracefully evicted from this very place. They were disgracefully evicted from this place. In fact, if we talk about the casualty number of the Indian Army, it was more than 700. But then Pakistan suffered in thousands the casualties, and also they had to leave their arms, ammunitions, and other things when they were evicted from the Indian soil by the heroes of the Kargil. We remember the heroes like Captain Batra, Yogendra Yadav, or Rifle Kumar, Sanjay Kumar. They are the brilliant war heroes who are still being remembered for their contribution as far as the Kargil Vijay Diwas is concerned, that we are celebrating today because it is the 23rd year of the Kargil war and the celebration year is 22nd. So as my Vijay Firdos is showing you the visuals from the war memorial, where the war memorial has been decked up, and we are seeing the Northern Commander Sting as well as the GOC 14 Corps and the other officer. We are expecting that the LG of Ladakh will also be here in some time from now. So, Sanjay, if we talk about the battle, whether we talk about the battle of the Tiger Hill, let me tell our viewers that what the battle of Tiger Hill was. The Tiger Hill was the fulcrum on which the intruders' defenses in Drass subsector were based. The enemy had prepared formidably defense on the Tiger Hill top and given its depth by physically occupying all the spurs leading to it. The development comprised of area top, eastern spur, western, as well as the Indian Gate, Helmet, Rocky Knobs, and the Rhino Hor. To evict the enemy from this well-fortified mountain top had become a matter of national pride for the soldiers who were fighting this Kargil war. Therefore, the Indian Air Force commenced their multi-directional assault at 20:30 hours on July 3rd, 1999, under cover of bad weather, darkness, and the lethal fire punch of the big gun. Their ferocity unnerved the enemy completely and paved way for the eventually capture of the Tiger Hill. The enemy launched several counterattacks on different features of the complex. Our valiant soldiers stood their ground, and at around 8 in the morning on 8th of July 1999, the Indian tricolor was fluttered on Tiger Hill, and this was once again done by Captain Batra, yes, who is still being remembered for his bravery, and also the slogan "Ki Dil Mange Won." The tricolor that was fluttered on Tiger Hill was by Captain Batra. Vijay is again showing you the visuals of the peaks of the mountainous peaks of the Drass sector, where this battle was fought for almost 3 months. Regularly, we have been seeing the majority of the operations were conducted during night time. So such was the fierce battle that Pakistan was not only evicted, but they have to leave all their ammunitions, arms, and in fact, if we remember that they also left they refused even to take the bodies of the soldiers who fought in Kargil 1991. Similarly, there is one more battle of Tololing that was fought between the 20th of May to 13th of June. The Tololing features overlooks Drass and directly dominates a long stretch of the Drass Kargil National Highway. My Vijay is showing you the ridge, the Tolo Link ridge, where this battle was fought. The Battle of Tolo Link was fought. This is, as my Vijay is showing you, the visuals of the ridge. This is a Tolo Link ridge where the battle was fought, and this would connect. This would connect. This would connect you to the Batalik sector as well as the Kaksar sector, and one of the fierce battles once again was fought by the Indian Army here. And if we remember the contribution that was made by the
Absolutely.
Indian Air Force, they also
Absolutely.
launched one
Good.
of the operations which was
Well,
named as the
right, Zenith, as you're
Operation
pointing
Safed
out, of
Sagar.
course, behind you is the Kargil Memorial at Drass, where senior officials of the army as well as all the others are paying their respects to the soldiers who lost their lives in the Kargil conflict. 527 Indian soldiers and officers and Jawans had lost their lives. Now, there is no other way to say this. We are a grateful nation, grateful to our courageous soldiers, grateful to our brave heroes, and grateful to those who laid down their lives on the border so we can live in safety. Today, when India remembers all her brave hearts who sacrificed their lives in the Kargil war, we pay tribute to the heroes whose name is written in golden words in the annals of Indian history.